Welcome to African News Today. On our news bulletin today, British authorities detaining migrants. Zuma aims to shake up South African election. Cameroon workers protest on May Day. Malawi urged to fight corruption. Nigerian Labour Congress issues deadline and threats to the government. Stay with us. Please like this video as we proceed. British authorities detaining migrants for relocation to Rwanda. British authorities have commenced detaining migrants as part of their preparations to relocate them to Rwanda within the next 9 to 11 weeks. This move has sparked widespread demonstrations and criticism, with concerns raised about the impact on the well-being of the affected migrants. The detention process has also prompted legal challenges and calls for judicial review against the government's Rwanda plan. The government's commitment to operationalize the policy has faced opposition, with concerns about the potential exploitation of vulnerable individuals. Zuma's impact on the South African election. Former South African President Jacob Zuma has emerged as a significant player in the upcoming South African election with the establishment of the Umkhonto we Sizwe (MK) party. According to a survey by the Social Research Foundation, SRF, the ANC's support is expected to decline, potentially reaching as low as 37%, while Zuma's MKP party has garnered 13% support, positioning it as the third most popular party in the survey. Zuma's influence and the rise of his party have led to concerns about the potential impact on the ANC's electoral performance. The emergence of the MK party has had a notable effect on both the ANC and the EFF, with indications that it may affect the election outcomes. However, despite the ANC facing possible voter decline, the opposition remains fragmented and disorganized, with analysts pointing out that the ANC still holds an advantage that could help it retain power. The survey's findings highlight the shifting dynamics and the potential for a significant impact on the South African political landscape. In Cameroon, the May 1st International Labour Day in Cameroon saw hundreds of thousands of workers marching for better wages and improved working conditions. The trade unions in Cameroon are advocating for a doubling of the monthly minimum wage to $200 and a 25% increase in all workers' salaries due to the impact of price hikes from Russia's war on Ukraine and armed conflicts, making it difficult for workers to make ends meet. The government claims that more than 30,000 workers marched in Yaoundé and hundreds of thousands marched in other towns and villages, while addressing the challenges posed by high unemployment and inflation and the impact of economic shocks and the climate crisis. The workers' call for improved wages and job protection remains a focal point amidst the complex economic landscape. In Malawi, there have been urgent calls for the government to address the pervasive corruption within the public procurement system, particularly in the context of public infrastructure projects. The Malawi Assurance Report on Public Infrastructure Projects in 2021 highlighted the prevalence of corruption, particularly within the construction industry, and emphasized the need for economic and accountability bodies to urge the government to take decisive action in combating these issues. The report's findings underscore the pressing need for heightened efforts to tackle corruption and enhance transparency within Malawi's public sector, especially in relation to infrastructure development. These calls for action are a reflection of the complex challenges posed by corruption and the importance of addressing them for the country's sustainable development. Organized labor has set a May 31st deadline for the federal government of Nigeria to come up with a realistic and reasonable new minimum wage, stating that failure to conclude negotiations by the end of May may result in a lack of industrial harmony in the country. In light of these developments, the government's efforts to address the cost of living crisis through salary increases and ongoing negotiations with labor unions reflect a concerted attempt to alleviate the economic challenges faced by Nigerian workers. Like and follow us for more updates.